Welcome back to our podcast. It's Mandy and Emily.
We are here to talk about Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt and the movie as well. We did both. So there's tons of spoilers. If you have not seen the movie on Netflix or you have not read the book, please note we are not keeping anything in.
Spoilers ahead.
Choo-choo. And grab some Kleenex.
Yeah.
Just saying.
True.
So this book was a really good read.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one has a reading group guide. So if you're joining us and you've done the book and you want to open it up towards the end, there's a reading group guide inside where we are using our discussions if you wanted to join.
Yeah, join us. Join along.
We would love you to join. We're so glad that you are here to listen to us talk all about this book. So,
if you don't know already, we're chatterboxes.
Yeah.
And two, a few things we want to preface today before we start. One, we're at that age, so we got the fan going on up in here because it was hot.
Yes, and we already asked her husband to turn the air even lower. And he's like, I already
But we have these lights on us, so it's like so hot. So we're like, whoa. And it's like 90 outside. And we're spoiled again. Evening podcasting requires like a nice cold beverage, whereas the morning podcasting, we get our lovely coffee.
Yes.
So today we have a watermelon spritzer that
made by our baristas, one of our baristas.
Who got offended that we said one of.
Okay,
but
both of our husbands make us all of our lovely cocktails. And this one, as in the last one, has been making these amazing drinks as well. So Thank you, Barista Kevin.
Thank you, Barista Kevin.
Yeah, so we are enjoying those. It is 95 degrees outside, hot, sunny. I like it better than the snow, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Being
definitely
from the north, I'm over it. So I do love it. But yes, we need this. So don't mind us as we are enjoying that. And we thought,
if you see
ocean
our hair,
breeze.
mine's
up. Yeah, hers. Yeah.
But if some, flops out. That's
my hair keep moving, and I keep feeling a tickle on my forehead. So if I keep going like this, it's not code for anything. It's just
code.
It's literally my face going
code
like
for
this.
Abandon the book. Abandon the podcast.
Run! No,
just kidding. We'd really like it if you'd like and subscribe or share our page.
Yes, please do. Please share. We have something special, and you who are listening will be the first to hear. We are going to be doing a giveaway soon.
Yeah.
And so our giveaways are going to consist of a book. It will be a surprise with some fun little treats inside. And there's a way to do it. If you share, like, and comment on Facebook, Instagram, and share our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll be added into a drawing.
Yeah.
For a fun giveaway.
We're trying to grow, and we need your help. So we're excited to do a giveaway. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. Okay.
What you
now
got,
to start. So for my first question, it is, what kind of person do you think Marcellus would be if he were a human? Ooh. She's like, oh my gosh. What qualities do Marcellus and Tova both share that make this remarkable friendship a success? You have to answer first.
Well, I think, so first of all, I think that Marcellus, I put little notes together about him because
I loved Marcellus.
He was my favorite. And I think that he is the heart of this whole story, and that he is genuinely probably one of the most charming, like, literary, I called him a literary detective.
Oh yeah.
So I think if he was human, he'd be a detective. That's my answer.
I think that's great.
Because in the book he's you see more of him. You see a lot of him in the movie, but I think you really get to know more of Marcellus in the book.
In the book, yes, I agree. Like,
yeah,
I get the vibes of a professor or something.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Just very intelligent and just spoke very, like very highly educated. I like the detective because he really was about trying to figure out how we can master, like, get them together. He knew. Now, that was the difference.
Yeah.
In the book, he knew of Tova's son. He saw, like,
he did.
He saw
knew.
him. He
saw,
knew.
He saw him.
Yep.
He knew of his past, and he knew, and he was collecting, like, before he got taken, was collecting, like, his little artifacts under the sea. Like, there was a lot that he knew, and that's how you saw him being, like, the little detective.
But in the movie,
he definitely comes off more
unaware, but
like professor, like just smart, and so
he figured it out first before Tova, and like
so that's why I like both of our perspectives because I mean honestly I think he could be a professor of detectives.
Yeah, he could. A professor of detectives. Oliver will want to get into that. His son wants to be a detective one day. Mm-hmm. So, we'll just have him read this book. But he did watch the movie.
I loved him. Wasn't there a second half of it? Or
it was. What qualities do Marcellus and Tova both share that make this remarkable friendship a success?
I think they are both... I felt that they're... Not that Tova is a creature, but I guess in some ways we're all human, animal, we're all creatures, right? Like, I get it. But I felt that they were both very intuitive and empathetic.
Yes.
That's what I would say to describe both of them.
And faithful to their friendships.
Yep.
And to their families.
Yep.
He was very devoted, and she was as well.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't know. I just didn't think that I would. I remember when this book came out, I didn't think I was going to like a book about an octopus. And then...
And now here you are.
Here I am. And I was bawling.
I know. I don't remember what part of the movie, but I was like, oh no.
Pretty soon,
I know
my mom and
movie.
you and I were all
Grabbing
passing the Kleenex and our husbands and my sons were sitting there like, really?
But yeah, I mean, I think that's, she's, he hides, and like when all the kids are pounding on the glass, like, because that's sensitive to him and he doesn't like that, and Tova's upset by it, like, how come they don't just leave him alone? Or then she talks to him at night, like, I'm sorry they probably drove you crazy, and it's like, oh, she gets it, she gets me, like,
she's very motherly to him. And since she lost her son, like, it was a perfect fit, and her husband. It kind of became like this. I loved it. Okay. Each of these characters, animal and human, need each other in a specific way, even if they don't realize this at first. What qualities bind these characters to each other? Are they connected by loss, grief, or something else? So it kind of goes inside with what we were just talking about.
Right. Agreed. I think it's... I mean, what's the difference between loss and grief?
Not everybody grieves their loss.
I guess. That's a good point.
Grief is sadness.
Yeah.
Loss is just...
I guess I've never noticed it that way, because, like, I'm a blubber face.
She is. No, just kidding. I get to
but
be
no,
too.
That's a really valid point. That probably not everybody does grieve their
and everyone's
loss,
gonna have their loss, like if
handle them in the same situation.
Yeah, because everyone suffers through loss.
Yeah.
Not everyone suffers loss the same way.
Yep.
So they grieve it differently. Grief can show up in all different types of ways. As loss can be caused by different ways, it's kind of the same, loss is loss.
Yeah.
But grief is all in different ways. I think they are connected because in the book, Marcellus knew of her son's. Why am I going blank on her son's name?
Well, Cameron?
Cameron is the grandson.
Oh. Eric?
Eric. Yes. Eels. Thank you. On Eric's loss. Knew of that loss.
Yep.
Tova knew of his loss of his home. He lost his home. And then Cameron comes in and he has had loss. Now, in the book, she ain't dead. In the movie, she's dead. Cameron's mother.
Yeah.
We don't know if she's dead in the book. She is nowhere to be found. Yeah. But he also has loss. And so...
But I still think loss... No, I think you're nailing it on the head completely with the loss and grief. But I think even though maybe not everybody grieves their loss, they're still connected. Because, like, like Cameron and his mom, like, that was a loss to him because he didn't have a relationship with him.
Right.
So that's probably... But yet he still was grieving it to an extent because he was still, like, angry and, like, bitter about...
his childhood.
About his childhood and, like, what happened to him and, like, why did she do that?
And then the loss of his father, thinking that it was this one guy. Yeah. But it turns out it wasn't. And just that loss, knowing that that guy is not his father.
Not who he thought it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I don't know. My mind's trying to process. Because it's definitely both. But I'm trying to figure out, like, where... is a good example.
Are they connected by one
where
of
there's
those
one
things?
that's not connected? I think in some ways, like, they're both there in all instances. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. What qualities bind these characters to each other? Their faithfulness. Mm-hmm. Their need to be connected to somebody.
Yep.
Tova was all alone.
Yep.
Cameron was all alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so was Marcellus.
Yep.
They had no one.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron didn't know he had anybody. His best friends were having a baby and were breaking up the band and moving on with life. His girlfriend broke up with him, and he felt alone. Tova's husband and child died, and she didn't know she had a grandchild. And Marcellus was a captive. So yeah, I do think that.
I feel like they finally felt like they had a place, each of them, a place that they could consider their home, or connection they could consider their home, even though it wasn't their home.
Yeah, I agree. All right. On page 9, Tova, I'm like, Tova's not right. Tova empathizes with the sharks in the big aquarium tank, musing that she understands what it means to never be able to stop moving, lest you find yourself unable to breathe. Why do you think she feels so compelled to keep busy? What would happen if she simply stopped?
I think
she just go be with her husband and her son.
Yeah.
I mean, they always say, like, that's, like, a big thing with people who
when
retire.
They get older. Yep, they get nervous to retire because then they feel like, what's their purpose? Mm-hmm. You know, would I have a purpose? Or, you know, I don't want to sit down. I still want to feel like I am contributing. I am doing something. That, or coupled with the fact that when you're busy, your mind is busy, and if you sit down and you relax,
mine doesn't always want to do that, and
then you
end up getting
thoughts
to deeper thoughts.
Thoughts start coming,
it's
rolling
a great
in.
spritzer. We can't talk today.
So,
no,
yeah.
100% agree with that. It just gets to you. Ugh. Man, these questions are deep.
It is. That's why it's always good when life feels hard, and like just go hang out with people that
Go
make
hang
it
out with
feel
your
not
peeps.
hard, and
Yeah.
go have fun, get out
Like
there.
we've been dealing with it.
Yep.
We've been
Everybody,
dealing.
yeah.
And
Get out there, have
my
fun.
youngest is got this soccer recruiting camp that high schoolers go to. I don't know. He wants to play professionally. So he's going to this recruiting thing, and it's in the next state over, about 3 hours away. He has to be there at 8 a.m. on a Monday in 2 weeks, which means
Monday.
I have to leave at 4 a.m. And then he signed up for not just the first session, he signed up for both sessions. He's like, oh, I would really like to do both. And his dad and I are like, okay, this is what he really wants.
Mm-hmm.
We want to really encourage his dream. We can give this to him, like, totally for it. So he's been training, he's been practicing. We got him a weighted vest. He's been running every day with this 12 pounds on him. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, so what do I do? Like, he's going to be playing for 7 hours. What do I do? And then Mandy and I and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law and our husbands all went out on over Memorial Day weekend. Just the adults, e-bike, little bar hop. It was great fun. And I was talking to them about it, and Mandy's like, oh, work. And I was like, oh, life. And I was telling her, and she goes, you know what? I'm like, you want to come with? And she's like, we need an Oliver and Auntie Mandy and Mama Day. So Mandy's coming with.
We had one in the past.
We've done it. We've done it in the past a few times. We've done it. It's almost like a yearly tradition. Yeah. And this year we just don't have a graduation or wedding way up north. Yeah. So this is going to be our day where it's not a full weekend. It's going to be a full day. But we're going to grab books. We're going to hang out. And that's really kind of like where I'm coming from. Like, you stop and you think and you need people. Mm-hmm. You can just count on go to your people. Like, mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't want to just sit there, get my brain. Yes, I would read a little bit, but then you start thinking, and she's been feeling overwhelmed. I mean, that happens with life, right? Yep. It's just, life goes. And so I went up and I was like, hey, I think you need a day. Mm-hmm. And we're like, let's do this, go to coffee shops, cheer on Oliver while he's running the field. If we can, I don't know. They might look at us, but we're not ones to be quiet. So
yeah, true.
But yeah, so I think that's really important. You find your people, and don't ever not think to even ask. Mm-hmm. That's the key, is to ask those people. And that's kind of what I loved about Tova and her knit crew. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we'll ever call it the knit crew when it's us, because we do like to knit. We do a little. We try.
That crew is funny.
But I love the crew. I loved her friends. Yeah, and I just think that they were out there just really trying to keep her also going.
Yes.
When she broke her foot and everything. It's like, yeah, I loved it. Okay, moving on. In contrast to how Tova keeps busy, Cameron emerges as a character who deals with grief by remaining stagnant, refusing to even try to reach his potential, much to the frustration of those who care about him. Why do you think he sabotages himself? Have you ever had someone like this in your life? Well, yowzers. Would you like to go first, Mandy?
I think that he sabotages himself because he has never had the proper support in his life to, one, show him or give him any support of advice of, hey, this is right versus this is wrong, or two, just support in general, giving him encouragement. So he just seems like a lost boy.
Mm-hmm. He had Jeannie, his aunt,
in the book.
He had his Aunt Jeannie.
That confused me in the movie. I was like, where's his aunt?
You didn't see his aunt.
But yeah.
He mentioned her.
Yeah.
And then he also had his best friends who were married. And that they spent a lot of time together growing up and doing things together. And he felt that, but he felt like they were moving on and he was stuck. And I think, like you said, he didn't have that push from somebody to tell him, like, keep going. Like, you can do
He
this.
needed someone not to baby him and push him.
He needed parents.
He needed someone to parent
because
him,
even in the book where he has his Aunt Jeannie, who did tried, she wasn't a mother and she wasn't a father. Like, parents are important, and if they're not there, they need somebody who is going to use discipline.
Yes,
discipline is important. Kids crave discipline. I tell this to a lot of my families that I teach. I'm like, you know,
they need the structure.
They need that structure. They need somebody who is going to
his aunt loved him, but she wasn't bringing.
She wasn't bringing that structure, that discipline when he did wrong, when he would, you know,
it was
skip school or doing
getting more like a friendship.
She felt like she should be kind of the aunt role still, where she got to be. You know, like when the boys come over to your house, they love going to your house because you guys make the crepes and the pancakes and go play games and stay up late. And I yelled at, I wasn't yelling. I was telling Oliver, or was it? It was both boys.
That's what aunties get to do.
We were at Target the other day shopping for Dexter surgery and stuff and some stuff. And they were being silly. Now, get this, they're 16 and 14. So, being silly, goofy boys, we were all laughing, and I said, if you don't stop, boys, I'm going to take away all of your gaming consoles, and you don't get to go on our trip. You're going to stay home. And they're like, well, how will you know we're even watching it? Like, we'll play the games anyways. And I said, not if I take them to Auntie Mandy's house. And you know what that little butt Oliver said? Auntie Mandy loves us too much. She'll give them back. No! Legit, word for word, that's what he said. I was like, oh, if Auntie Mandy doesn't want me haunting her dreams. And he goes, Mama, that's mean. I'm like, oh, she knows I would. She knows I would be haunting her dreams if she gave up. Did not listen to Mama's rules. So nice try, buddy. They always pull that, well, Auntie Mandy and Uncle Kevin will let me do it. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
Don't get me in trouble.
But I thought, but that's kind of like
so funny. But no,
that's what aunt, like, being an aunt of, geez Louise, I have 9 on one side and 4 on the other side of the family, and then I've got 9 great nieces and nephews. Yeah,
he needed the structure.
I like to spoil, but then I've also, because that's who I am. I have great relationships with them because I give them the structure that they needed. Yep. They've been just, Dexter and Oliver have been told no by you and Uncle Kevin. And that's why they're growing up to be such amazing young men. And they don't get that just from you guys. It's from all their aunts and uncles. Yep. And I feel like poor Cameron, I just kept thinking that even during the movie. I was like, oh, he just needs somebody to just say, like, if you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. Yeah.
And she's like,
she's
no,
she's
no,
like,
you're doing this. No, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. And
I know how to put a garbage bag in the garbage. And then she's like, listen, boy. And they have no idea that they're, you know, she just takes them in. And then she starts realizing he does need just a motherly figure or somebody who will kind of just wrap him up and give him that rock, that sway rock and that I do for Oliver. I mean, it's just,
well, then he just starts helping her out.
He respected her more because of it.
He respects her more because of it. Yes.
I tell parents all the time, listen, discipline is not negative all the time. It's teaching them right from wrong. And kids who act out more are craving somebody. They're craving that, like, no, don't do this. I don't want you to get hurt, so I taught you otherwise. So,
do we have anyone like that?
Have you ever had someone like this in your life who deals refusing to try to reach their potential?
Yeah.
I'd say within the family.
I'd say so. Yeah, and I feel like very much of what you said is like, I feel that there was a different level of respect there. You know, even though we didn't always get along, I never was afraid to, if I had to be the person that was the reprimand her because it wasn't happening where it should have been happening. I wasn't afraid to do that. But I think it did bring a different level of, like, when that person needed help or needed advice, who did they come to?
Mm-hmm.
Me. But that person still has some troubles, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I have seen it within, like, family and stuff.
Yep.
Even with the same parents.
Yeah.
Like, even though, like, things, and that's the thing is, you could teach somebody right from wrong,
Right.
and they're still going to try to push. They're still going to try to be that, I'm refusing to try to reach my full potential. But what the difference is between Mandy and myself and our experiences of what we've dealt with, the person in mine has finally, I mean, a while ago, has reached that potential that just fills your heart with joy and you get excited. I think everybody at some point in our lives tries to think, no, I can do it myself, or I don't need this because something negative happened in our lives, or we deal with how we deal with grief.
Yeah, grief.
You guys were dealing with a lot of grief in your life. Yes,
you see big changes, and you think
we dealt with grief in my family
and
when we were young, and
happens,
you too,
and then it's backwards.
And then just the way those people handle it.
Right.
They like to. Some people like to use it as a crutch. Of why poor me? Because I also have people in my life, or that I have dealt with, that are in the same boat with Mandy, where it's like, yep, they just can't quite get out of it.
Yeah.
But, so,
I agree.
This was a deep book, I will say. Like,
and these questions.
And I know, when I was reading, I'm like, we've been doing some fun books, and then we do some light books, we'll do some heavier books, and so we're gonna have to do something light. I did change my reading up a little bit.
The next one will be light.
The next one should be a lighter one, But
we're gonna do Carly Fortune's new book, Our Perfect
Storm.
Perfect Storm. I think that's what it's called. Yeah,
something like that. It's new.
So heads up if you're listening, you can get a start on it.
Sorry, I just hiccuped. But then I did this, and that was very supposed to be
dainty.
dainty.
Did I smudge me?
No, you're good. Oh, okay. You look great.
Oh, well, thank you. I just threw it. I was like, I'm wearing my hair up. It's too hot.
It's really hot out. Okay, Marcellus is extremely smart, smarter than any human he encounters. Have you had encounters with animals, octopuses or otherwise, who demonstrated surprising levels of intelligence? I'm sorry. Kind of a funny question, right?
It is.
Have you ever experienced a smart-ass animal? Have you felt seen by an animal or felt a relationship with an animal deepen upon earning their trust? No crying.
Yes.
Yes?
Definitely. All my animals, but I would definitely say especially my dogs that I've had. They're always very in tune with emotions. Both our old dog and our current dog. If you're just, having like even the slightest moment and you're just like, if I go like that,
he's not barking through the door right
They
now.
are there and they are like, what is wrong? How can I be your best friend? Like,
he is.
It's very, very in tune with me, and he will nudge you, like he will get under your hand and like whip your hand, like pet me, I'm here, and I'm like, does this dog think I've got some major like issues that I need to be petting him?
Right.
Like, some dogs are
some
like
therapy kind of
therapy, like I'm like, I'm okay, buddy, I'm okay. Is he growling out there? I hear a thumping tail.
I heard a tail. He knows we're talking about him.
He's in tune.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jax. Nailed it.
Right? Perfect timing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. No. Both of yours dogs have been like that.
And he was in tune with you.
Yes. When my father-in-law got sick, I was on the phone with my husband. We put Jax in our guest room because we were going
We were
out.
getting ready to go out to dinner.
And we had to keep him. At that time, he was younger, and so we had to keep him in a room. And so we put him in that room, and I was on the phone with Chris, and we had gotten some news that was really hard to hear. And so I'm crying, and I hear Jax.
He's trying to get
and he's trying to get through the door. So now, earmuffs, Chris. Because I don't know if he has seen it yet, and it's been 5 years. But there's scratch marks all along our door. And it was because he was so upset. He could hear me. I wasn't even loud. I was 2 floors down from him. He still heard me and was trying to get out of the room to comfort me. He does the same thing with our boys. Like, he's very... There's certain people in his life that he is like, nope.
Or when we had the tornado and not everybody was there. He was having a panic attack.
He was freaking out because Chris and Kevin weren't home.
He's a German Shepherd. We should probably preface. I don't know if that
big
makes
white
a
German
difference,
Shepherd.
But like, he definitely has that, like...
Well, Cody was like
Cody
that
was
way
like that too.
And Cody, like, their first dog, Cody, sometimes we accidentally call Jax Cody, and then my husband laughs and says, but the crazy thing is like, he's very, like, he gives you these looks too, of like concern if something is upsetting or anything like that. And then I felt it a lot. I had dogs growing up. Our Chesapeake Bay Retriever. Yeah. He was very much, Bo was like that. He was very protective of us kids. And then my cat. I had 2 cats. Well, technically I had 3. One died at 6 months, but then I had 2 for a long time. And though Coolio was kind of like your typical cat. He was sweet. He was a good cat. He let the boys lay on top of him and slide him around. Yeah, he was a good cat. But Belzoni was a different breed. Belzoni was not. I don't think he thought he was a cat. I think he really thought that he was a human. He was the smartest cat I've ever met. He did things on command. Like, he would sit on command. He would kiss on command. He would come on command. And then even with his sickness, like, he lost his eyesight, which, unbeknownst to us, we didn't realize right at first until I get on the phone and he heard my voice and he just started talking. Like, he would talk to me, he would do all this stuff, but that was a cat where that was the only time I've ever had a cat that I felt like had that kind of like human-like connection. Didn't really prefer cat food, wanted human food. He loved corn pops. We lost him, but he died. But
he was sweet.
That's why I won't get another one. Because I feel like it's hard to get. Animals aren't always that way. Right. And that's like, no. But levels of surprising, we have had a few. Yep, agree. Yeah, we've been blessed.
I agree.
Remarkably Bright Creatures takes place in a Pacific Northwest coastal town in the recent past. The watery Puget Sound setting plays a major role in the plot, but how else does the setting form the novel? How do you think the novel would be different if it were set somewhere like Arizona or Minnesota? Well, I don't think the kid would kind of drown and working at a shipping dock. Like,
What's a weird question?
There probably wouldn't have a giant aquarium with octopuses.
I mean, there could still be an aquarium, but you're not going to be able to release it.
No.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to release it back.
Your son's not going to go to his daily job at the shipping yard and then die on a boat. Maybe in Arizona. Minnesota on a lake.
Minnesota on a lake, but not... No. I think... That's a weird question. Skip! Weird. But no, I mean, ultimately, it would have completely changed up the fact that Marcellus could have been free again. And it couldn't have been, like, an octopus, like...
Yeah, they're most likely...
Like, a whole part of the story is that, like, Marcellus knows about the death because he's the animal that... like, he knows, if I remember correctly, doesn't he, like, find his bones and, like,
yes, in his
go
clothes.
back to
Some
his
of his
bones
clothes.
and his clothes and his shoe and, like...
Yeah.
I mean, that would change
He
up
says
the
he
whole...
wishes that if he would have known that he would have met the mother, he wishes there was a way he could go back.
Like, Minnesota, there's still lakes, and you could drown in
the
a
land
lake,
of a
but
thousand
it
lakes.
can't be an octopus.
Would not be an octopus.
An otter? A beaver? But
you can get a northern.
Not going to be as smart as the octopus.
I mean, it would change the way. I mean, town-wise, like where my grandmother lived and my
Minnesota
uncle lives.
has great towns.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's from Minnesota,
just as cute,
so
the towns.
Wadena would have been. Gives me that kind of feel. I mean, there's lots of towns.
Of cute little lake towns in Minnesota.
Yeah, in Minnesota, there's all sorts of places. Arizona's a desert.
Yeah, Arizona's a completely different vibe.
I mean, I'm sure there's great little towns in Arizona for those that are listening. My son's girlfriend's mom is from Arizona. So, I mean, I'm sure there's little towns, but it's a desert. Right. So... what are you drowning there?
Yeah.
In a pool?
Right.
What fish are in the pool? You get a little fake octopus.
A duck that visits you? Are ducks even there?
I don't even know if ducks are in Arizona.
I don't think so.
There's ducks in Minnesota, and ducks are very smart. So that would probably be a story about a duck.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
there comes the mallard.
Or goose.
Those Canadian geese are stupid.
They're mean.
Don't ever chase a Canadian goose. Don't try to feed them. Listen, I have been telling this to people all over Illinois.
Geese are mean.
People here in Illinois like to feed the geese.
Especially if they're in baby town.
And I am like, okay, coming from Minnesota and Wisconsin and having Canadian family, I'm telling you, listen.
And that is another one where you know your dog is smart because he loves to check out, like when we go to the park walk, he loves to check out the ducks. He won't like chase them, but he likes to try to walk as close as he gets to them, and he'll check them out.
They're so cute.
But the geese, he like lets the geese cross, and he stands there, and he's just
Animal
like
instinct.
Will not interact with the geese. Like he's just
they will bite you.
It's like he knows.
I have seen parents here at a park by us that have their little kids go up and chase the geese, and I'm like, they will bite you.
Yeah,
and it hurts. They're big. Don't do it. Maybe it's a dog. Maybe Marcellus would be a dog.
Smart dog. Yeah. In a cute town in Minnesota.
That would work. It'd be cold.
It would be cold, but they could help sniff out a body, and then she could befriend a dog, and the dog could be like,
wag its tail and tell you where to go.
Lead her over.
You know what this sounds like? Lassie.
This is a weird question. We're going down a weird rabbit hole. Next.
Okay. Marcellus remarks on page 59 that fingerprints are like keys with their specific shape. I remember all keys too. From the house key Tova loses to the ring of keys Marcellus finds at the bottom of the sea, the novel is filled with various types of keys. What do you think keys symbolize in this novel? I need to make a point.
Yeah.
I wished they had the key in the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't do the key that he found. I thought that was a very...
key point.
Oh, yeah. A key point in the movie, in the book, was when Marcellus gave her Eric's house key.
Yes.
Like, what?
Yeah. How would you get that? How would you have that? How would you know? I'm sure they're trying to keep it as a cliffhanger up until the end, but, like...
Yeah. I was like... I was bummed it wasn't in the movie. That's the only part I wish was really in the movie.
Yeah.
Was the key.
Yeah.
So, what do you think keys symbolize in this novel? I guess I didn't really think too much about it.
No.
I mean, I loved that part of the movie, of the book. I thought it was very part. I also loved how he said fingerprints are like keys.
Yeah.
With their specific shape. I never thought of things like that before.
No.
And he did say that in the movie.
Yeah.
I loved that part, but I never looked at it as like symbolizing anything in particular.
Unless it's like meaning to like unlock
now
the
do we have to
mystery
get deeper
or something. Like,
I mean, it did unlock the
it
mystery.
did unlock the mystery. Like
in the book, for sure.
In the book, yeah. And that's what I thought was cooler. The one cooler thing about the book was all the little extra pieces of the puzzle. I mean, trust me, like there's so much, they have to dwindle things down in the movies. Otherwise it would end up being, super long.
Yeah, they have to change
So I
something.
get it. But I agree. I think if the key could have been
kept that
in there. But then again, my heart was racing when Marcellus goes to get the ring out of. He's got to go.
Oh, with the eels.
Fight the eels.
Yeah.
Like his doom. Like, yeah.
Because in the book, he doesn't get attacked by eels.
Yeah.
So I did like that, how they did change that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I
guess I never really thought about it.
No. I'm kind of with you.
Yeah, it wasn't a big...
No.
I mean, it was at that point, but there was so much more to it.
I'm just thinking of it as like, the fingerprints and all the little different things he's found were like keys to the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And solving the mystery, like I don't know. That's kind of the thing my mind is thinking of. I don't know.
Yeah. Same. Moving on. Tova reflects on her experience caring for her husband through his illness and eventually passing. And with no surviving family to do the same for her, she worries about being a burden on her friends as she ages. How do you view the role of community and family in caring for older people? How did Tova's view on this change throughout the book, and why do you think they did?
I think it was a beautiful story of, I understand what she's feeling and where she's coming from, because that's going to be my husband and myself. Well, it won't, but do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
In the grand scheme of things, like, if you compare us, like, that's...
Yes.
But I feel like that's where you build up your community and your friendships and your families and I think it just took a little bit for her friends to get her to realize, hello, you dummy, you're not alone, like, what are you doing? Like, the friends getting upset that she listed her place, and so that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think it shows you that family doesn't just come from blood.
Yep.
Family comes from the people who care about you the most.
Yep. And
that's really kind of what Tova, I think, her view changed. She realized. Because then she started to realize that as her friends were like, hello, you don't need to leave.
Right.
We don't want you to leave. Stop.
Let us help you.
Yes.
Don't be stubborn.
We don't look at you as a burden. We look at you with love.
Right.
Just as you would never looked at us as a burden.
Right.
And then it made her open her eyes. And then she realized Cameron was her grandson.
Right.
And she realized she was never alone. She had all these people around her. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. In the middle of the novel on page 177, Cameron says to Tova, conscience does make cowards of us all. What do you think he means by this statement? Do you agree with this?
I think...
I honestly don't remember that part.
I don't remember that part either, but I think what he's trying to say, or what he means by that, is like every single one of us faces self-doubt. Mm-hmm. Our conscience is always talking to us about, I think
it's more the older we get, too.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like, I get older and I'm
we
like...
seriously just had this conversation right before we started where it was like, I don't know, it feels like every morning it's a little bit harder to like put the feet on the ground and get up and be like, unless it's a weekend, and be like, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day.
A great day today.
And I think, yeah, that just speaks to it, is like, it's just in your mind, it's toning down that negative Nelly and bringing up that, it's gonna sound so stupid, positive Penny, and shoving it down. And I just think, everybody's conscious has those doubts and worries, and you just have to figure out a way to talk yourself off the ledge and or phone a buddy.
I mean, and it happens with everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally do agree with it.
Yeah.
Like, people get afraid to get on a bike and ride as they get older because, I'll fall, I'll hurt.
Right. Right.
Don't walk on that balance beam. Don't swing on that. Don't do this. Like, I look at my kids, I'm like, okay, they're going to fall and break their neck. Are they? We did it.
Right.
But it's just that we're getting more conscious. We're getting more, cautious. We're getting more, and sometimes I wish it would go away. Just wish to be a little more carefree.
I know, when you think of...
The older we get, we should be more carefree.
No, I agree. I know. When you think of, the way we grew up compared to the way kids are growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I mean, it was like, seriously, like, it was... We saw our parents for dinner, and some of us not even for that. It was like, some of us were having dinner with our friends, and then we were just out...
Till the lights came on.
Summer, doing something.
Yeah.
Playing sports, riding our bikes.
Calling your friends at 5 a.m. so they can get together and hang out right away.
With the boy that you like. Yeah, I mean...
Hey, I married that boy.
I just think, times have changed.
It really has.
And I think you made a good point earlier, too, about, don't be afraid to reach out to your people, especially if you're having a bad day. Yeah. Because there's nothing in this life worth anybody hurting themselves or hurting somebody else, like, just...
Or feeling self-worth, like, selfless, like, you're, like, having no self-worth.
Yeah.
Because regardless, there's people out there that will have your back, always, no matter what.
Yeah.
You reach out to somebody, they're going to tell you you're worth it.
Nobody's going to think you're a burden.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. No matter how you feel. And I think we all go through those moments.
So that's what I think you meant there, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I do agree with it. Tova's Swedish Dala horses are some of her most treasured possessions. Why do you think that is? Are there heirlooms in your family that carry similar significance? Well, they're from her family. I mean, they're...
Yeah.
It's a family heirloom, of course. Like, who doesn't have something?
I mean, the only significance that it held for me was that it was something that she always, like you said, came from her family, and it was something that she treasured with Eric.
Yep, he used to play with.
He used to play with them with her, and so that's how I read that.
No, I agree. Like, that's pretty much like how I looked at it. It was like, I have given my kids, like, I have this bear. Mm-hmm. Now, he doesn't come from, like, my great-grandmother.
Right.
But he was given to me by my uncle, Doug, when I was 2, when I was diagnosed with celiac. And he gave it to me, big gunned. He was the size of me. He has been with me since when Dexter was born. I have a picture of him laying next to Dougie Bear. Dougie Bear is still in Dexter's room, 16. So and I expect that Dougie Bear will then go to his child and so forth. And it's just so much more to me that Dexter loves this Dougie Bear.
Yeah. And
I have something like that for Oliver. And Chris has those things. And I'm sure you have those things that your parents or whatever, you give to your nieces and stuff. And I sit there and I'm like, everybody has heirlooms that carry some kind of significant.
I have some of my mom's owls. I mean, my mom was obsessed with owls. All owls. Ugly owls, beautiful owls, but mostly the ugly ones.
Ugly ones with the big eyes.
We used to have this big thing in Wisconsin, and it was, what was it called? The big flea market.
Oh, yeah. I've only been like once or twice.
It was probably with us.
Probably.
Oh my gosh, she'd make us go to this jumbo flea market, and it was like, we would be in the car, and then she would be like, what is our mission? And we're like, to find the ugly owl.
I've never seen so many owls.
Yeah.
But it was always, every time I see an owl,
there
think
was
of Kathy.
no way I was keeping every single one of those owls.
When you got all those owls.
But I definitely kept some of my favorite treasured ones.
But the hit that you got from selling those
owls.
Oh
my gosh, people went crazy for those.
We were like, here are the ugly owls. We had a rummage sale.
And people were like,
Mandy's
I love these ugly owls. But I felt like, hey, like,
go for it.
Warm your heart.
Yep.
That's from my mama. But what am I going to do with 200 owls?
It's like the same thing with your aunt and her salt and pepper shakers.
I know.
Her mom's sister, like salt and pepper shakers.
I know.
They're some really weird salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
And Mandy told me, I'm getting my salt and pepper shakers. There's a lot. I'm like, okay. We had a rummage sale this last summer. They brought like 4 boxes, I kid you not, of these like salt and pepper shakers. And she had kept some, of course, her
definitely.
favorites. So I'm looking. People, all of a sudden, all these people are coming, armfuls. Okay, we want these. And I'm like going through, I'm like, what is this? 2 pickles? One's like a pickle? Like everywhere she went, there were salt. Man, the people
as long as it brings joy, that's
exactly.
I can't keep 500 of these
salt and pepper shakers. Yeah.
So I definitely, but I know that they're treasured, or they were treasured, and so I definitely kept my favorites. And
my great-grandfather made me, I was the first granddaughter for my grandmother on my dad's side. And so my great-grandfather, my dad's grandfather, made me a little red rocking chair. Mm-hmm. And so he signed it on the bottom and stuff. And so then I always kept it with my Cabbage Patch doll, and my American Girl doll would sit on it. And then when the boys were born, it went into their room. Mm-hmm. But then it was like, don't sit on the chair. And now, like, I do have a picture of, like, Oliver loved to sit and rock the baby. And my dad's like, Angel, it's okay. They can sit on the chair. I will fix it if it breaks.
So funny.
But I was like, okay. But now, like, they know. They're like, okay, this is our great-great-grandfather's chair. Which is kind of cool, to have those heirlooms.
Yeah.
But if it's, like, in abundance, like, there's some things where I have learned as I've gotten older, and we have more things. I hear a cat meowing.
Can we text Kevin? I think there's a cat stuck in a bedroom, maybe. Do you want to text?
Yes, I can text Kevin. I hear meowing in the background, and I keep thinking,
he might have gotten stuck in a bedroom. Sorry for the interruption.
Sorry for this.
Cat stuck. That's hilarious. I think it's Kylo.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
In a room. Cat stuck in a room. See if he gets it. But yeah, so like my mom has been wanting to pass off stuff.
Yeah.
And a few of my other...
And it's so hard because
I want it.
And like,
but I'm like,
I
Mom,
got all
I have
these
no
salt and pepper
room.
shakers. I'm like, what am I going to do with all these? I mean, we looked through every single one of them and kept our favorite ones. So we definitely have them. But it's like, what do you do with all of these?
Right.
Like, where do you put them? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he got it. Yeah, like my mom had these Christmas houses. The ones that light up with the lights and stuff. And our house always had, she would make a whole village of it. So she asked, she goes, oh, do you want these? And I'm like, we were living in an apartment. Dexter was just a baby. And I was like, no, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them.
Yeah.
No, I kind of wish I kept a couple.
Yeah.
She gave them to my stepbrother's wife, loves them. And that's great. I told her not to worry about it. But in my mind, the reality is like now she's coming, she's getting older. She's clearing out her house. And she's like, oh, I have all this stuff. And I was like, honestly, Mom, you look around here. There's nowhere. I can't, if you find this. So I told her, like, you send me a photo of something that would be, like, very significant, then I would let you know yes or no. But I have, like, a couple things that are very specific that I've told my brothers do not touch. For that was my dad's, and that is my mom's, and that's it. And they agree with me.
That's what I told my latest aunt, who sadly recently passed as well, I was like, if there's something that you treasure, something that you really want me to have, like, but I don't need, like,
you don't need all
a
this
million
stuff.
things,
Yeah.
you know, but if there's really something you want me to have, you know, I mean, obviously it's like, so, and that's how we did it with that one, and
yeah,
you know, that felt good, because to your point, it's like, then you have that remembrall.
You have that one thing that's like very, like, for my dad, I'm like, I told my older brother, I'm like, listen, I get a flannel and I get his work jacket. They're like, that's it. A flannel and his work coat. It says George on it. Those are the two things that I am like, you touch, you die. Okay? No one else gets those things. I'm the only girl. That's what I want. So I told him, like, and, you know, there's something, because that's the thing. It's like, okay, that's mine. Like, it might not go on past me. Yeah. And that's okay. Right. You know, but the reality is those are my kind of things. My special something. Yeah. But as heirlooms, I mean, why do we think that is? That's just because
it was special. It's special. Her. It was special to her.
And memories. I mean, we all have memories of things, of people that we love, you know.
Yep.
And so, yeah. This novel explores different characters who are faced with major choices. They can open themselves up to something new and take an unexpected, daring opportunity, or they can continue on as they have been. Have you ever faced a moment in your life where a critical choice could change everything? Did you take the leap or not?
Should I go first?
You have to think. I have to think. Because, I mean, critical.
Yes. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. Just because I feel like it's one of those where it's like, again, if you ever feel like you're having self-doubt, I think sometimes in life you just have to... I was afraid of what if I say no. I'm also that crazy person that's kind of a workaholic a little bit. So it might make sense after I tell you, but at the time I had just started working for my new company, and I hadn't been there very long, and I had finally promoted into a remote position, and so we had moved into a new home, and I was much farther away from the office, about 50 miles away from the office, right around there. And then all of a sudden I got a phone call that they were going to be doing a system upgrade, and they were looking for me to come be part of the program, be a tester, a chance to get to know the system, learn it. And I was like, what? I just moved. I just promoted to remote not long ago. I felt comfortable. I felt very comfy. It's something I talk about with my husband a lot too, because he likes to be very comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I think had I chosen to be comfortable, I wouldn't be where I am today. I think if I would have said, no, thank you, I'm happy where I am, I would not have gotten myself to the level in which I am today. So I had to give up my remote, drive in for this position. So I had moved farther away, but I said yes, I'll give it a go. I was scared. I was nervous. I doubted myself every day, thinking, what the heck did I decide to do? What did I get myself into? You're crazy. You should have kept your old position. But now here I am. So had I said no, I don't think I would have ever opened up these other opportunities for myself. And so I think about that all the time, because I always think, like, if I'd said no, would they have bypassed me for another question later on? Probably.
Yeah.
Potentially, more than likely. But because I said yes, then there were other opportunities that kept kind of coming that I continued to say. I guess I'm a yes girl. I don't really say no a lot, is what we're learning. And
sometimes that's good.
But so that's my
that's
story.
awesome. Yeah. I've faced choices. We're busy.
Hi, Indy.
I'm gonna say I hear my buddy. I have faced choices, not always alone, like moving out of state.
Yeah.
Giving up my job to move where now my husband got a job offer. We had to make choices on where to go and stuff. Critical choice. I don't know if I could really. My job, I'm a teacher, so as an educator, I've made choices with my job to make something better. I just resigned from working the public schools to do a smaller teaching job.
But you volunteer to help out with a lot of things, and you don't ever shy away from that.
I don't know how to say no.
See?
If that's what you're trying to say, Mandy. My husband would tell me all the time, you are not Mother Teresa. Stop trying to... Being president of the PTO at their primary school and then at 2 middle schools at the same time, because both of them were at 2 different middle schools. And then I am not at their high school. I will not be. That is my plan. Mm-hmm. But
you didn't shy away from it in the past, and you were willing to step in and help out, and even
if they need me, I will. I can't say no. You are right on that. I did become a court-appointed special advocate. It's a CASA for kids neglected and abused in this.
And that's not easy.
No, that's not easy. That has been really hard. And I've had to make critical decisions and critical choices with that. I guess now that. Yeah, see, she always can help me with these things. With things that did make big decisions for the judges. And that was a big choice to make. I've always thought I could do a foster or something. My life is kids.
You've tried to help us with that, and they fell through. But I think, there's reasons for everything.
100%.
And that's always been my fear, too, with fostering
I wouldn't be able to give them away.
I know.
I'd be in prison because
you learn.
I don't know where they went.
That's why you were always trying to help look for those certain ones.
The ones that need the homes that will not be. It's
more than likely it would be
like the termination cases, and I've had cases
but
where
even those didn't pay
no, they didn't. But I am when that opportunity came, I was at jury duty, my first one, and these people came in and did a little presentation talking about how, you become their voice in court.
They get to you in that presentation.
And I'm on my phone texting my husband being like, okay, there's this thing called a CASA where you get to help become the voice of children who are in the system. And you write up court reports, you go to all of their meetings, you go to all the parent-family meetings, you go to the schools, you go to their houses, the foster parents' houses. You become their voice. You have to go to all of this stuff. But originally it was only supposed to be an hour a month. It never was an hour a month, even before they changed the requirements and everything. And so I told him, I said, I just feel like I need to do this. And he was like, this sounds totally perfect for you. So on top of having 2 toddlers and stuff, I was sworn in as an officer of the court and started serving. I've not returned home necessarily, as I've gotten 27 children out of the system. It was one of the most rewarding. I had to step back after my father-in-law got really ill and passed away. And then we were suffering. These guys were wrong. Could not have done it without them. then my focus changed. I had to make a critical choice. That is a critical choice that I had to do is I had to contact my supervisor and step back and say, and now that my oldest is an official senior, it's going to be a rough year, okay? He just finished his junior year yesterday. So with him being a now senior and my youngest being now a sophomore, I realized that it's going way too fast. And so I'm not giving up on my Casa dreams of continuing that. I'm just putting it on hold because I need to focus on my family. So I will jump probably back in after Oliver goes off to college, unless you and I keep jumping in the camper van and stalking them at their colleges. That probably will be happening.
That'd be fun.
I already warned Dexter.
Oh Lord.
Auntie Manny, I want to have coffee with you. Stop sleeping by my dorm. I can't help it.
Stop showing up.
Stop showing up. I found 5 coffee shops around his campus. Just 5.
I can make some fun vlogs. We could like dress up incognito and just be like randomly be like,
here we are.
Where will they show up today?
What
Can
campus?
we walk past them? Will they even know it's us? Ooh, let's do it.
We should totally do that.
Yeah.
Oh, we are so doing that. Dexter, ignore everything we just said.
Oh shoot.
You too, Maddie.
That's hilarious.
Like, seriously, we're going to be
That'd
those
be so
people.
funny.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh my God. And Dexter, Oliver's going further away because he likes to just, be mean. But we will have some fun trips.
If he's going to Colorado, I'm going.
He's changed his mind now. He wants to go to Texas.
Oh, Colorado's way better. I know. I'll talk to him.
You know what would be even better if he stayed here. I'm like, dude. Because then he's like, I want to be an astronaut. I'm like, okay, so first you want to cut out my heart and tell me you want to move away 14 hours away. And then you want to just, step on it and give it a good smush by leaving the universe. He wants to go all the way out there. I'm like, child, one step at a time.
We should keep going before I run out of battery.
Oh my God. Okay. These are, we like to chat. You've already mentioned that. Okay.
It's a true story.
Marcellus's life in captivity is much different than life of an octopus in the wild. And eventually, Terry reveals that Marcellus was rescued from the sea after a life-threatening injury. Aquariums play an important role in education and conservation, but some people view keeping animals, especially intelligent ones, in captivity with skepticism. What do you think? Depends on the place.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot that do amazing
Right.
job at rehabilitation and eventually putting them back out there. I don't feel like in this scenario they were ever planning on returning Marcellus back to the ocean.
Right.
But I get what they were doing is they're only capturing the ones that are severely injured. But
those are my favorite ones where they rehabilitate.
Yes.
And then do anything and everything that they can to get them back out to where they need to be. It's my understanding in some instances, depending on how young they are when they come in, like sometimes it's too risky for them to go back out.
But as long as they're like
that's their mission, those are my favorite ones to be, because otherwise that animal wouldn't be
and their
here.
habitat is to the size that would make them feel like they're not held captive in something. Like, because I do feel they need to have more space, and they need to have, and there are some places that do amazing jobs with that.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree.
Yep. See.
In the last few pages of the novel, Tova and Cameron realize how they are truly connected. What do you imagine they are doing a year from the novel's end? Partying it up.
That's kind of a weird question too. Yeah, I mean,
like just living their life.
Living their life.
The movie showed it perfect.
Yeah, the movie did show it perfect. I think gathering together
with their friends,
friends and family, and just continuing to get to know each other and strengthening their bond. And I guess I imagine maybe, yeah. I mean,
I figured Cameron would probably almost like his girlfriend would be pregnant.
Yeah.
Like there would be like wedding bells and a baby on the way.
And she's got a big enough house and it's a beautiful house.
Well, in the book, she moved into a apartment or condo.
That's true. In the movie, she stayed in her house.
In the movie, she stayed in the house, which I loved.
Yeah.
I hated the fact that she moved.
I like the movie version better on that part. Because then I feel like if Cameron does, end up, like they could all, it made it seem like he stayed.
Yeah, that he was living there with her.
In the movie.
And then I would see that she would give him the house.
Yeah.
And then he would have his family there.
Yep. Keep it in the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it was her father's.
Her father's, that's where where his dad was.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I feel about
That's
it.
how I envisioned it, and I wish the book would have done what the movie did there.
Same. I was telling my mom, because my mom was here. We watched it Mother's Day. And she was like, just tell me some differences. And so, because I bought the book for her for Mother's Day. And I told her, in the movie, Cameron's mom is dead. And, is dead. Yes. But
or they make it out to be like she is anyway. Yeah.
And the camper van that he is driving, the RV that he's driving, is hers, and he's inherited it.
Right, and in the book...
But in the book, I like
he
that...
He buys the van.
Yes. I like the version of the book where he goes and meets this guy at the airport, and he sells him a beat-up old RV.
Yeah.
And that thing is a clunker and is horrible and stuff. And I preferred the RV situation more in the book than I did in the movie. I preferred that I loved the house situation where she ends up not selling the house.
And I just wish we maybe could have gotten a tiny bit more of like Marcellus's story capture.
Same. I agree. And
if I had to change anything.
What's the name of the guy at the store?
Ethan.
So Ethan's t-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt thing was different. In the book, she finds it under the sink and she washes his dishes with it. No. Like, to me, it's like, what?
Yeah.
And I get that she even says, why would you put a collector shirt under the sink? That's where you keep dirty rags. Right.
Yep.
So why would that be in the book? In the movie, she accidentally gets startled and she spills the wine on his shirt. So much more realistic.
Yeah.
So I preferred the movie version of that.
Yeah, agree.
Than this. Now, I will say casting was brilliant.
Yeah.
The casting was brilliant.
It was great.
Sally Field, always loved her. She looks just like my mom. It's kind of creepy. She was the perfect Tova.
Yeah.
Perfect Tova. And I'm not going to lie, but Cameron?
Yeah.
He was great.
He was great in there.
That was
them together.
Oh my gosh.
I loved it.
And who played who he was what's his face's kid? He looks like his dad.
Oh, Bill Pullman?
Bill Pullman's kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
The more you watched it, the more you watched it,
you just see his face. It's like
oh
okay, you are so pulling some. Yeah. Such the casting. Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan was perfect. Guy from Star Trek.
That was good.
Can never remember his name.
He was cute.
Yeah. It was just, and even the nitwits and everything.
Yes.
Like, it was really good. My mom and our husbands and my boys watched the movie. Obviously, they did not read it. And I agree with a lot of people that are saying you can watch the movie and still read the book.
Agree.
And I agree.
Because I had started reading the book, was only partway through, did the movie, and then came back to the book, and it didn't ruin anything. In parts, maybe it made me read the book a little faster because I maybe was like more skim reading because it was like watching a movie again. So that
I didn't cry.
Was maybe and I didn't cry.
I didn't cry then. I would have if I was not, because I was 3/4 done. I only had like a couple chapters left, but I didn't cry.
I'll read it again. Yeah, it'll be a reread.
It is also something I would leave on my coffee table and 100%. Let anybody read. I told my boys, if you want to read it, you're more than welcome.
And it's the cutest cover. It's the cutest book.
Yeah. So I was telling Mandy.
Yeah.
So I never noticed this, and I think I was talking to somebody else too. But there's Tova.
Yeah.
I never noticed that was Tova.
It's so cute.
And I just remember looking at this like, why are we reading a book about an octopus? Like, how good is that going to be? So, Mandy, what did you rate it?
5 stars. 5 stars for the book, 5 stars for the movie.
Same.
Loved both.
Loved both. Yeah, I absolutely loved both of them.
And it'll be a reread at some point, like just to sit down and it'll be probably a rewatch of the movie for me at some point too. It's just a great read. It was written beautifully, and respectfully, and I fully recommend it. It's 5 stars for me. Same with the movie. I felt like what was really surprising is I was never thinking I would ever read this book. I never did. And then we saw it was coming out. We thought, ooh, let's try it. I've heard amazing reviews. Yeah. So we thought, we're going to do it. We bought it one day, and I was like, I want to do this for my choice. As soon as she was going to put the octopus back into the ocean, I'm like, I need the Kleenex.
All of a sudden, Mandy and my mom and I are passing out Kleenex, and all of the guys are like, okay,
but guys. Everybody liked the movie.
They did.
Like, even the guys. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. It was a little more... my husband said it was more Hallmarky than he thought it was going to be, but he actually enjoyed it for the most part. He was like, it's not something that he's like, I typically wouldn't pick this movie, but...
It actually made my husband want to be curious about the book because he knows the book probably has more in it. And I said, yeah, the book gives you more about Marcellus especially, and so
when
I finished the book, he was like, does it talk more about Marcellus? So he was really into the octopus.
Yeah.
Oliver too.
Yeah,
so he might read it. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, just out of curiosity,
just to see what it's like. Yeah So
it was good. Both are good.
And then next
Carly Fortune, Our Perfect Storm is going to be our next one. So, like Emily said, our last couple ones have been way deeper than we ever anticipated them being. But that's good. I mean, that's what gets the conversation flowing. So, but our next one's going to be a lighthearted romance book. So, if you haven't already, like we said, our Facebook page, Instagram, we're on... YouTube. Comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you, and thanks for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.